Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to another lesson. In this lesson, we are going to learn about IELTS Speaking Test Part 1. The topic of our lesson is pop stars. Pop stars. In this lesson, we are going to look at some questions and some sample answers. At the end of this lesson, I'm also going to give you some really helpful tips to ensure that you pass your IELTS speaking test with a very high band. But before we begin the lesson, have you subscribed to the channel? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please subscribe. I promise you will not regret, because I usually upload very helpful videos on IELTS speaking and writing. Every single day I upload 2 videos. But that's not all. In my channel, you can find videos about grammar, tenses, and videos that are going to help you to speak in English in different situations. For example, when you go to the hairdresser, when you go to the doctor, when you go to the optician, or when you meet your neighbor outside the house. So have a look at my playlists, have a look at my videos, and I'm very sure that you will find a video that's going to take your level of English to the next level. So go on, subscribe to the channel, and you will not be disappointed. Now let's look at the questions. Question 1 is, who is your favorite pop star? Who is your favorite pop star? In this question, the examiner wants you to identify your favorite pop star and, of course, explain why. So to answer this question, you can say, my all-time favorite pop star is Michael Jackson because his voice is so unique. Furthermore, I think all his lyrics are very meaningful, and I must admit that I admire his dance moves. My all-time favorite pop star is Michael Jackson because his voice is so unique. Furthermore, I think all his lyrics are very meaningful, and I must admit that I admire his dance moves. So in that answer, I have identified who my all-time favorite pop star is, and that is Michael Jackson. And then after that, I have given 3 reasons why. I have joined all my reasons together using linking words because, furthermore, and. The first reason that I gave is that his voice is so unique. The second one is that all his lyrics are very meaningful. And the last reason is that I admire his dance moves. So as you can see in that answer, I have not only identified the name of my favorite pop star, but have also given 3 reasons why. And I have joined my reasons together using linking words, which I have underlined for you. So let's move on to question 2. Do you want to become a pop star? Do you want to become a pop star? In this question, the examiner simply wants to know whether you have a dream of becoming a pop star. Would you want to become a pop star? Now you can answer that question by saying, not at all. I can't sing to save my life. Besides that, I can't play any musical instrument or dance. Moreover, I would not be able to cope with the pressure that comes with fame and celebrity status. Not at all. I can't sing to save my life. Besides that, I can't play any musical instrument or dance. Moreover, I would not be able to cope with the pressure that comes with fame and celebrity status. So in that answer, I have made it very clear to the examiner that I do not want to become a pop star using the expression not at all. And after that, I have given the reasons why. I have used linking words to join all my reasons together. The first reason as to why I would not want to become a pop star is because I can't sing to save my life. Now that is a very good band 9 expression that you could use. I can't sing to save my life. Which means that you have absolutely zero singing talent. Besides that, see, we have our first connector. The second reason is that I can't play any musical instrument. And then to introduce the next reason as to why I would not want to become a pop star, I have used another linking word, which is or. So another reason is that I can't dance. And then I provided yet another reason using a connector. Moreover, I introduced that reason. Moreover, I would not be able to cope with the pressure that comes with fame and celebrity status. So when you're a pop star, you have to deal with a lot of pressure, okay, from your fans, from the press. And I pointed out that I can't cope with. Remember, that's a phrasal verb that means you can't deal with. I can't cope with. I can't deal with the pressure that comes with fame, okay, and celebrity status. Now let's move on to question 3. Do you like going to concerts? Do you like going to concerts? In that question, the examiner simply wants to know whether you enjoy going to concerts. Now you can answer that question by saying, yes, I try to go to a musical concert or festival annually to see my favorite bands playing live. I do also enjoy the lively and friendly atmosphere in those kinds of festivals. Yes, I try to go to a musical concert or festival annually to see my favorite bands playing live. I do also enjoy the lively and friendly atmosphere in those kinds of festivals. So in that answer, I have confirmed that yes, I do like going to concerts, okay? And I have explained why. And that is because I like to see my favorite bands playing live. And the second reason, which I have introduced using the connector also, is that I enjoy the lively and friendly atmosphere in those kinds of festivals. Now, let's move on to question 4. What challenges do pop stars face? What challenges do pop stars face? In that question, the examiner wants you to identify the problems that pop stars face. What problems? Problems are challenges. What problems do pop stars face? What kind of problems? Now, to answer that question, you can say pop stars face a lot of challenges such as lack of privacy whilst in public due to their fame, negative press, as well as bullying by haters and poor performing albums due to lack of sales. Pop stars face a lot of challenges such as lack of privacy whilst in public due to their fame, negative press, as well as bullying by haters and poor performing albums due to lack of sales. Now, in that answer, that is a band 9 answer. I have used a number of linking words, but I've also combined a lot of information in a complex sentence using linking words. So I have explained a number of challenges or problems that pop stars face. The first one is that they lack privacy whilst in public. Whilst simply means while. It's a band 9 replacement word for while. So pop stars lack privacy while in public. That is the first point. The second point is that they have to deal with negative press. So a lot of newspapers and magazines will write stories that are not true about pop stars. So that is another problem that they face. The third problem is bullying. They get bullied by haters or trolls online, for example. And the fourth reason is they have to deal with poor performing albums. So when they release albums and those albums do not sell, then they have a problem. It can be very challenging. When they write music or when they release an album and it's not received very well by their fans, then they don't sell the albums, and that can be very challenging. So I have joined all those ideas together using linking words, which I have underlined for you. As you can see, we have, first of all, to introduce all the challenges that I'm going to give, I use the connector such as. Pop stars face a lot of challenges such as. You can also use for example. Pop stars face a lot of challenges, for example, and then you start giving the challenges. Lack of privacy whilst in public due to their fame. Negative press, as well as bullying by haters and poor performing albums due to lack of sales. So to introduce my challenges, I have used such as well as. I have also used and to give the reasons I have used due to. Okay? Such as lack of privacy whilst in public due to their fame. Instead of using due to, you can simply use because. Lack of privacy whilst in public because of their fame. And then poor performing albums due to lack of sales. You can also say poor performing albums because of lack of sales. Now, this brings me to the next section of this lesson, where I'm going to give you some really helpful tips to ensure that you pass your IELTS Speaking Test Part 1 with a very high band. The first thing and the most important is relax. Imagine that the examiner is your favorite grandmother or your grandfather, and you're just having a chat with him or her. The second tip is listen to the examiner very carefully to ensure that you understand the question. The next tip is for each of the questions that the examiner is going to ask you, give him or her 3 to 4 ideas, okay? And the next tip is join your ideas together like I have done in my sample answers using linking words. I have underlined for you all the linking words in all the sample answers. The next tip is ensure that you use a variety of sentence structures in your answers. Use simple, compound, and complex sentences. A simple sentence has 1 verb. A compound sentence has 2 verbs. And a complex sentence has more than 3 verbs. I will give you some examples of some some of those sentences that I have used in my answers. Let us look at, for example, sample answer 1. The first sentence, my all-time favorite pop star is Michael Jackson because his voice is so unique. Okay? Now, that is a compound sentence because we have two verbs technically. Okay? And then in sample answer 2, the very first sentence, not at all, I can't sing to save my life. That is a simple sentence. Okay? And then we have complex sentences. The last answer, sample answer 4, is an example of a complex sentence. Pop stars face a lot of challenges, such as lack of privacy whilst in public, due to their fame, negative press, as well as bullying by haters and poor performing albums due to lack of sales. That is a complex sentence. And then when you look at sample answer 3, yes, I try to go to a musical concert or festival to see my favorite bands playing live. That is a compound sentence. And then I do also enjoy the lively and friendly atmosphere in those kinds of festivals. That is also a compound sentence. The easiest way to remember is as soon as you use a linking word, that is one linking word, that is a compound sentence. And when you use more than one linking word, then you have a complex sentence. Okay? So use a variety of sentence structures in your answers. Use simple, compound, and complex sentences. Now, the next tip is ensure that you speak in the correct tense. Actually, that is the most important. It's the one that's going to determine the band that you're going to get. Ensure that you have good subject-verb agreement. Ensure that your tenses are correct, okay? And if you're not confident in your tenses, I actually do have a playlist on tenses, all the 13 tenses that we have in English. So have a look at that and practice your tenses. Now, the final tip is use intonation when you're speaking, okay? Intonation means that raise and lower your voice depending on what it is that you're saying, okay? You use intonation in your own mother tongue, so use it also during your IELTS speaking test. And the last thing is obviously your fluency. Now, for you to become fluent in English, you have to practice. You have to practice by speaking. So, for example, read these sample answers aloud many times. Repeat them so that you can loosen up your tongue and also speed up the tempo through which you speak English, okay? Don't worry if you have a deep mother tongue accent. The examiner is not going to give you a low mark because of your accent. However, the examiner is going to give you a low mark because of your accent if it is interfering with he or she being able to understand you. If the examiner cannot understand you because you have a very heavy accent, then you will be penalized. You will get a lower band because it interferes with fluency. Now, finally, I'm going to read for you the questions. And as I read the questions, can you think of an answer? Are you ready? Okay, let's begin. Who is your favorite pop star? Do you want to become a pop star? Do you like going to concerts? What challenges do pop stars face? Now, I hope you had no problems answering those questions, but if you did, remember you have the sample answers that I'm now going to read for you once more. Sample answer 1. My all-time favorite pop star is Michael Jackson because his voice is so unique. Furthermore, I think all his lyrics are very meaningful, and I must admit that I admire his dance moves. Sample answer 2. Not at all. I can't sing to save my life. Besides that, I can't play any musical instrument or dance. Moreover, I would not be able to cope with the celebrity pressure that comes with fame and celebrity status. Sample answer 3. Yes, I try to go to a musical concert or festival annually to see my favorite bands playing live. I do also enjoy the lively and friendly atmosphere in those kinds of festivals. Sample answer 4. Pop stars face a lot of challenges such as lack of privacy whilst in public due to their fame, negative press, as well as bullying by haters, and poor performing albums due to lack of sales. So there you go. If you're going to be sitting for your IELTS speaking test in the next few days or in the near future, I wish you all the best. Remember, all you have to do is practice, because practice makes perfect. Now, thank you very much. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and share this video on all your social media platforms. And do not forget to look out for a lot of uploads on not only speaking test part 1 but also cue cards and writing task 1 and 2 for academic and general training IELTS. Now, thank you very much for your time and see you in our next lesson. Bye bye.